Hey guys, David Patrick Green, davidpatrickgreen.com, hackhollywood.com, actorpower.com. Freshly back from the Dominican Republic, and I'd like to say I'm rejuvenated, but there was probably a bit of excess eating and possibly a few adult beverages consumed, so hopefully I'll make sense today. Today's topic is an incredibly important one to understand, and it will affect everything you do in a career as difficult as acting. And our topic today, or the title of today's talk, is "It's Hard is Just an Excuse." So what I mean by that is, oftentimes when we're trying to accomplish something, maybe we feel like we're juggling multiple things, or we're taking on something that somehow we believe is beyond our reach, and somebody goes, "How's it going?" or "Why don't you do this?" We'll say, "Well, it's really hard," as though somehow we can't do it because it's hard. But really, when we're saying that, it's just an excuse. It's an excuse that, well, we're not doing as well as we'd like because it's hard, or we don't want to try something because it's hard, or we're going to stop doing this altogether because it's hard. It's sort of like a complaint to ourselves or to someone else, like we want someone to fix our problems. And unfortunately, nobody can fix our problems but ourselves. And you know what? Even if they could, there would really be no reward in it. If someone could just fix all your problems and you had no problems, then there'd be no joy, no excitement in achieving your goals, because your goals are rewarding because you accomplished them, despite them possibly and hopefully being hard. Is there anything you've ever really done in life that was really easy that you thought, wow, you know, that's the greatest feeling I've ever had. I literally walked from here to there, and that was easy, but it felt amazing? I think the answer is no. Anything that is really easy is not really rewarding. There's just something about an accomplishment. The more we put ourselves through to get it, the better it feels when we do. And also, the thing itself, by nature, if it's a high-level activity, it is difficult by nature and also more rewarding by nature, because we have to bring more of ourselves and we have to fulfill more of ourselves to make this thing happen. So, guys, in one respect, what I'm talking about is really fear, okay? A lot of us are scared of hard work, not really because of the doing itself, although that, I think, is a component of it. We're scared of doing the work because it might not feel good, but we're most scared of failure. We're so scared of trying something and it not coming true. I think for a variety of reasons. I think there's the fear that we will have wasted our time. There's the fear that others will ridicule us. There's the fear that we will feel not good about ourselves because we tried something and it didn't come true. But the truth is, failure doesn't feel nearly as bad as we think it's going to fail, and the work is rarely as hard as we think it's going to be. In fact, it's almost always somewhat of a pleasure when we allow ourselves to just do the stuff we know is going to lead to our potential success. So, you know, if you learn to love the work and you learn to enjoy the process, which is really just a decision in your head, because let's face it, if we say something is hard but we haven't even tried it yet, what do we know about whether it's hard or it's easy? So if you just try it and do it, you'll find it's probably not that hard after all. And another reason that we say things like, it's hard, so therefore I cannot do or I will not do, is because we take on far too many things. If you get a little focused in your life about what it is you want to do, so if you want to become an actor, then how much of your time and energy are you dedicating to acting? Because naturally, if you give 100% of your focus to acting, you will become much more successful and much faster than if you hardly dedicate any energy, or if you dedicate 25% of your time or 50% of your time. So what else are you doing, and what else can you stop doing in favor of your acting career? I'm not saying you should just go 100% all in and do nothing but acting. I don't think that's healthy, and I think you'll hit a plateau and you'll probably burn out and not want to do it anymore. But if you can maybe take some of your casual activities, like go out with your friends less, go to parties less, what other stuff do you do that you could cut down on? How many movies do you go to? How much TV do you watch? How much time do you spend on your cell phone, your mobile devices, your computers? That kind of thing. If you cut down some of that tweeting and social media time and dedicate it to acting-related activities that are highly focused around what it is you really want to accomplish, like today I had a conversation with one of my coaching students, and he really was feeling that even though he had booked 2 huge movies back to back, and he just landed an amazing agent, one of the best agents in the business, he was feeling like he wasn't doing a lot of the things that got him to the success level he had achieved. He was, I don't know, doing other things and getting away from, I guess, what he thought got him to where he was. So we wanted to really dive back in and attend seminars more, classes, workshops where you get to hear a panel of actors talk about their experiences, or go to screenings where the actors will talk about their experiences. And I'm all for that, but I said, rather than just doing a ton of that stuff, what if you did some of that stuff, but then maybe you focused on trying to develop a relationship, a really deep, powerful relationship with one of these people whose workshops or whose screenings that you might attend. So why not just pick one of these people who is most closely aligned with your goals and say, hey, I'd like to use some time that I have, because I have free time. I'd like to use that to learn more about the business. And the way I can make myself useful to you is that I have these skills, and I'm imagining some of the needs you have at your office, and I think I'm really qualified in these areas to help you out. What do you say to that? And so if you could spend like a day or a couple of days a week in a production office environment and see the inner workings of the business, I think that would be incredibly valuable. And in fact, I know it would be incredibly valuable because I have done it. So when you say something is hard, ask yourself, is it hard because you don't want to interrupt your lifestyle and you just can't see how you're going to fit in acting on top of everything else? Is it because you're scared of failure or rejection or hard work or, I don't know, whatever else, being embarrassed? Whatever it is that is really in your head when you say it's hard, try and quantify that. Try and unravel it or unpack it, as they say, and see what it is you're really trying to say to yourself. Because I bet at the end of the day, what you say is hard, even though it's a great excuse for not starting or not continuing something or not doing the work. It's really not what you think it is. It's fear of something, fear of interrupting your lifestyle, fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of not being as good as you had hoped, or fear of hard work. I think it's probably something like that. And so try and catch yourself when you are saying things that are getting in the way of your acting career. Unpack them, unravel them, and see what it is you are really trying to say, because it's probably not really in your way after all. It's just the idea, which is not unpacked, is the only thing that's stopping you. That's really the only thing that's stopping you, is what you are saying right now. When you say, it's hard. Well, it's only hard because you're saying it's hard, okay? And it's easy to say it's hard, but it's hard to stop saying it, because then you have to find out what it is you're actually capable of. But deep down, don't we really want to know? Don't you want to find out what you're really capable of? I mean, maybe you can't be the next Tom Cruise or Meryl Streep. Maybe you just don't have that level of innate talent, no matter how hard you work. But would it be so bad to find out that you're actually pretty darn amazing if you actually try and give it your best effort? Wouldn't that be pretty darn cool? Do you have to become the most famous person in the world? Do you have to become the most successful actor in the world? Or would you be okay with being a successful professional actor? Would that be enough for you? Because while you may say it's hard, it really isn't. It's quite simple, and I'm not going to go as far as saying it's easy. It's not as easy as me walking over to you. That's pretty easy, but it is very simple, and if you just look to where you want to go and walk yourself back to where you are now, all of a sudden you have a direct path there, and all you have to do is start taking action. And day by day, those steps will be behind you. You'll look back and you won't believe how far you've come. And you'll look forward and you'll see, I don't have much further to go. Pretty soon I'm going to be the star of my own TV series. Pretty soon I'm going to be in a gigantic movie. And you know what? I can tell you that because I have done those things. Well, I haven't actually been the star of a series, but I've been in eight episodes of one season of a show. I've been in 4 or 5 episodes of a couple of other series. I have been in some of the biggest movies and worked with some of the biggest talents in the industry. And there was a time when, to me, it all seemed incredibly hard. Impossible, I would almost say, because I never sort of knew how to lay it all out. I just thought, well, I'll listen to other people and do what they tell me to do. And nothing ever happened. And that was hard. Doing what somebody else was telling me and getting no results, that was hard. Hard on my ego and hard on my brain and my heart, because I thought that's what I'm supposed to do. And then I just decided, okay, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to do anything but what I'm doing. And some days it seemed hard, like I've got to go approach people. I've got to do things that scare me a little. Somebody might chew me out. I might be told I'm not good enough, what have you. But I did it, and without world-class talent, I would venture to say I do not have world-class talent. I got to be a professional actor, and you guys can too. So, look guys, don't say things that are actually just going to get in your way. Don't get in your own way. Get out of your way. The path is clear. You just have to go down it. So it's not hard. You have no excuses. If you want it, go after it, and you'll get it. Hope this was helpful. I knew that there was going to be a verbal breakdown sooner or later. I hope this was helpful. So if you liked this, and it was a bit all over the place, but if you liked it, like it. Please share it with your friends. Help people out. Get into the practice of helping others, because when you help the right people, they will help you back and you will have a career. And please subscribe to my channel and you'll get more videos like this. I'll talk to you soon.